the loved one you would like to communicate with today. I would absolutely love to channel for you. Hope, my dear. Let me know. The first, Larry. Okay. Okay, so Larry tells me a couple things. He tells me kind of medical, hard to breathe, maybe upper chest, father figure, and he gives me a sign symbol where we're kind of like wishy-washy back and forth, like we almost feel like we have whatever this is like managed, and then it kind of slips through our fingers. So, oh, I have this managed with this medication or blah blah blah, and then it just like, we're in our situation, we're out of our situation, we're in our situation, we're out of our situation, like, oh, we're emergency, oh, we're just kidding, oh, we're in emergency, oh, just kidding, oh, nope, it's healed, oh god, and it kind of seems like back and forth, and then this person says thank you, wraps you in a big old hug, very warm, feels like a father figure for you, says he's a primary guardian angel, and he goes, that kid's had a tough life, that kid's got a tough life, Kato, so strong, so strong. If this is not your father, it is somebody who's like, I'll take her, I don't care who loves you, that you've been handed to you, who loves you or not, I'll take you. So this sounds like it. I love this. And you know what? Here, and she says, that's my dad, 100%. And you know what? Your dad has such a loving, caring, kind personality. Do you notice how loving, caring, kind people don't necessarily surround themselves with that? And it's got to be really hard because your dad has such a unique personality. It matches yours. And the roadmap to how unique you are is on the other side. And so you doing readings is amazing. You having your dad as your personality, like compass, like what would dad do, And so I think that's an awesome guardian angel. The male primary guardian angel really shows that you're here to get things done and make things happen. So I gotta just like boost your little bit of authentic. Ooh, I love the bubbles around your name, Amanda. Super cute. Love it. I really love that. Squirrel. So I think it really boosts the authenticity that you have, because you are going to help and heal people based off of hurt you've had to go through. Hey, I've been hurt like that. I know how to heal. It's like this. And that's all I do to people. I give them suggestions, scenarios, and I give them ways to help and heal and communicate, right? So, Amanda's your girl. Hi, Amanda. And what are the chances that I'm like, oh my gosh, I am so distracted by that Amanda character right now, and that happened to be somebody that's here with your readings, Hope. So look, you manifested her energy in here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stop staring. And it happened to be someone you brought in here. So Amanda and Hope, looks like y'all are girls for life. So, get in here. Okay, cool. But you do have this Larry. He says he's okay, and he's at peace. Could you tell me how he passed? He also circles thank you. Somebody was there bringing him to appointments or helping take care of him, and he also gives me a sign and symbol that maybe he was in a hospice situation, like a medical hospice situation toward the end. But he says even though I want to say thank you. And then we have maybe a small collection of his stuff, a shirt, a hat, something he wears, a small treasure box, if you will, and I stayed in the hospital with him every single day, and I love how he said thank you for being there, but I have tons of stuff that was his, a whole effing treasure chest. I love it. He pretty much said it. Anyways, and I loved how you were not only there with him each and every day, thank you. He goes, even though I couldn't communicate at the end, he goes, it wasn't goodbye, it was see you later. Yes, the hand squeeze was real, and even though I couldn't communicate at the end, I was not alone, Kato. I just had to wait to be able to talk to her till I got over on the other side. But she told me I could go. She just didn't like that I couldn't say anything back. He goes, I tried to do what I could. It was about 3 days of being out of it, Kato, as eventually I feel like no matter what I was in there for, he almost went sepsis, and that his body was on a definite decline. So There's nothing you could have done. If anything, you slowly laid him down in the water until he could float to where he needed to be. And so it was gentle, it was graceful. Thank you for being there. And then he talked about that back and forth. He's okay, he's not okay, he's okay, he's not okay. He must have been in the hospital for whatever it is we were dealing with. He must have mentioned water. What happened with the water? You keep going, I'll keep going. And he talked about the wishy-washy, thinking he'd get out, not thinking he'd get out, thinking he'd get out, not thinking he'd get out, okay? His whole right lung was filled with water. And remember when I came in with this fact where at the end of his life, it was actually his upper chest. I know I've gone so quickly with talking to your dad. It was a beautiful download, and he still is, but he talked about it being his upper chest ultimately. And then another reference to water, and what are the chances? What's the coincidence? It's not a coincidence at all that there was actually one of his lungs was completely filled with water. So that is wild. And you lay him down in the water. He's unable to communicate, wishy-washy, back and forth. Ooh, remember how he said that his body kind of like took a sepsis. It kind of filled up and became infected. And then what are the chances? I make the water reference, and it is his lung filling up. His body's filling up. It's done keeping everything out that doesn't belong certain ways, and that's how he ends up passing. We think he's gonna make it. We think he's gonna make it, and the lungs fill up, and we tell our dad he can go, and he feels your hand squeeze. You feel his hand squeeze. You let him down into the water. His lungs finish, and then he transitions to the other side just to be here and tell you all the things he has of you, and tell you that his perspective of passing, all he has to say about it is thank you, because you helped him transition beautifully, and you have similar personalities to him. He's going to help you every way that he can. Listen to your own intuition and listen to him bitching at you. You don't have to listen, but you gotta hear him. You know, you gotta be like, let's test it, okay? And then test it, and test it, and test it tomorrow, and test it the next day. And even when we hang up, he's not going anywhere. Already knowing you're intuitive or not, he's not going anywhere. Love ya.